Hello everyone, I'm Elizabeth Shaw and this channel is all about the narcissistic personality disorder to give you more understanding of the kinds of people that you might be dealing with and ways to recover from narcissistic abuse. This video is the red flags to watch out for when you're ready to start dating again. You might notice some of these red flags were in your past relationships. So many of us will say that I attract narcissists or I'm staying single. And if you truly want to stay single, then stay single. Only the other day, my 18-year-old asked, how long were you single after Dad? And this was 5 years. And I was truly happy and planning on staying single. The ex-husband was a lower scale narcissist. And then after 5 years alone, I met the narcissistic sociopath. Mostly from words of others saying, get back out there, you'll meet someone, you ought to be with someone. Now, I'd met a few, I just didn't want to date. The ex-narcissist sociopath came in and literally swept me off my feet. My son then asked, how long have you been single for? Now, it's been 2.5 years. My son then did make me giggle when he replied with, being single suits you. Now that was a compliment that I can take well. And yes, it does. Yet he did follow with, perhaps next time don't take on a toddler in an adult's body, which is also very true. I'm happy and grateful to be single. I'm whole. Yeah, I would never say never. So if you want to stay single, stay single. If you want to date, then date. It's your life for you to live how you want to. First, if you are ready to start dating again, have an idea of who you are, your standards, your values, your beliefs, and your boundaries, and don't drop them just to be loved by somebody else. If someone you meet can compromise, that's perfect. It means they are not a narcissist. You then don't have to drop them. You can, however, compromise with them. After all, relationships are about give and take. If that's 50-50 and then 80-20, so long as it goes back to 50-50 or then 20-80, depending who needs what, so long as it is give and take and compromise. Red flags don't have to be deal breakers. If you spot 1 or 2, it doesn't mean they are a narcissist. And you need to run for the hills. People can have a trait or 2 and not be hurtful, manipulative, narcissistic people. Some people do 1 or 2 of these things as it's who they are. Some of us at times might actually do 1 of these things in a moment. All it means is that you might be entering the danger zone. So just wake yourself up, be aware and observe their other patterns of behaviour. The narcissistic personality disorder is a disorder. It is on a spectrum. Most of them have an exaggerated sense of their own self-importance, a need for admiration and a complete lack of empathy towards others. It is on a spectrum, so some are more challenging or harder to spot than others. So here's a few signs. The biggest red flag is saying no. That's one of the best ways to spot a narcissist. Their reactions when you simply don't want to go out as you've got plans or you don't want to do something that they want you to do. Now, I'm not saying say no for the sake of saying no. I mean a genuine no, sorry, I cannot make that tonight. I've already made plans with friends. Be honest. Good people will appreciate your honesty, nor let them down constantly. If you've made plans with them, be reliable. Now, if you say no to a narcissistic person, they will try several things. People who don't have the personality disorder might try oh, please, it'll be fun, or how about we do this instead? Yet they'll not push you. A narcissist will most likely push and push and push until you give in. They will, as they feel entitled to do what they want, when they want, with whoever they want. They feel entitled and important, and they want to control. So when you say no, they will do one or all of these things. They will ask and ask again, beg, manipulate, bribe, guilt trip, promise things, sulk to get what they want. Not usually early on in the relationship, but some might do the silent treatment or ghosting, throwing tantrums in the most unimaginable ways. Most will not let it drop. Even if you stick with your no, they seem to just not let up. This is a big red flag to take the relationship really slow. Like, some people who are not narcissistic do struggle with the word no. So just pay close attention to how they behave in other areas. There's the one where and you might remember this from the narcissists that you have been around in the past, you just feel off around them or on edge around them. Yes, this could be due to past experiences, so you might write those feelings off, override your instincts because of your past. So what can you do? Listen to how they talk about others. Listen to the conversation. Do they constantly want personal information about you, then quickly talk about themselves? Are they rude to staff at restaurants? Again, some people are impatient, yet if they make you feel uncomfortable by the way they treat others, you're not going to change them. It's who they are, and they are not for you. Narcissistic or not, if someone makes you feel uncomfortable, walk away. If they are treating you special, treating all others around you badly, that behaviour will one day be directed towards you. If you just have an uneasy feeling, yet they are kind to all others, take it slow and watch for anything else. What could possibly make them narcissistic? If they are kind to everybody and they are kind to you and you just feel uneasy, yes, it might be due to your past. So just be awake and be alert. Declaring their love for you or soulmate status very fast. Yes, two people can meet and fall in love fast. It does happen. So again, take it at a pace that you're willing to take it at. If they are right for you, they'll wait for you. If no other flags are showing and you like them, then date them. If you are just simply not ready, don't. You'll know when you are ready. Rushing you into sex or touching you inappropriately, just let them know that you don't like it. Good people will respect you for it. Narcissistic people will not let up and keep pressuring you. If you're not ready, stick to your no. If they keep pressuring you, it's time to walk away. They are actually entitled to want sex, and you're entitled to say no. Even if there's no other red flags, you should feel respected, and you should respect yourself enough to know that someone that's treating you that way is not who you want to be with. So you're entitled to feel how you feel, and if you are not ready, then you are not ready, and it is as simple as that. Your social media gets plastered with things from them, either how special you are, photos of what the both of you are up to. Whatever it is, they are putting something. Some might not do this, depending on however many other people they are with or however many social media accounts they actually have. If you meet someone who does, they could genuinely mean it. Without the other traits, again, just stay alert and watch for their patterns of behaviour. Flattery, constantly messaging, always things with like a song comes on the radio, oh, this is our song. Flattery is when they make generalizations about you, not really knowing you. They are extreme in the compliments they pay towards you, messaging you all the time. So then we become reliant on those messages, those songs that just go round in our heads. When it all stops, we then start to question why. Now, some people do enjoy complimenting others. It's usually done to make others feel good, not to meet a need of their own. Or couples do have a song that is our song, so don't panic if someone does these things. Again, without the other red flags, just take it as at a pace that you feel comfortable with. Good people will walk with you. Speaking very poorly of all their exes, especially the parent of their children, resentment towards exes or family members, parents or siblings. It's almost like jealousy that people have only got what they've got because they had a helping hand from somebody else. Those kinds of conversations. Now, most of us can all have a negative ex or two. When every single ex was crazy, drama, or it was all the ex's fault, it's most likely not the ex with the problem. You're most likely now dating the problem. Some of us do have toxic parents, but watch for how they speak about negative people in their past. If they blame the other people or are resentful towards them, show no respect for them, this is a red flag. It could be that they've not truly healed, especially if it's only one person from their past that they are resentful for. Then it's possible that there is one person that's hurt them badly and they have not truly healed. When there's a few, there is a problem. They can say things like, my parents and I don't really get along. They did do the best and I respect them for that. I just prefer to keep them at a distance. Or my ex and I weren't just right for each other, so that's why we're not together. And that's normal. If they are full of anger, resentment, and it's all somebody else's fault and they are full of woe is me, especially towards the extras, start paying very close attention to how they speak of all others. Are they jealous, full of self-pity? Do they admit to any part that they played? Putting others down or putting you down, not always in obvious ways. Sometimes it can be things like, can you believe they were so stupid? Or that's a dumb move. Then if questioned, they'll say things like, I was only joking, or don't be so sensitive. Narcissists actually have very low self-esteem. Not that they want others to know this. They feel better about themselves by putting all others around them down to lift themselves up. Now, there are some great caring people that have low self-esteem, and most of these people try to raise other people up as they know how it feels. As a narcissist is all about themselves, they don't care for how someone else would feel, only themselves. Some people might make the mistake of the odd remark, but they'll not criticise anyone and everyone they can. If a narcissist gets criticism, even if it's meant with good intentions, or even if you didn't mean to criticise them at all, they cannot handle it. Narcissistic people hate criticism towards them, as they believe they are above all others. Most people can say things that get taken out of context by another person from time to time. We all have different perceptions. If this happens, ask the person what they meant. See if they're willing to explain and discuss and help and work through it. See if it was a genuine error or whether they project, blame shift, turn it onto you, start an argument, change the subject. If they do those sorts of things, you're most likely dealing with a narcissist. So pay attention to how they speak about others. If you unintentionally criticise someone or offer someone advice that they don't take very well, watch how they handle it. Switching it onto you and sulking is not a good trait in person. We can all have our feelings hurt and not know what words to say. Good people, when ready, will be willing to discuss this. Narcissistic people will be waiting for you to beg and plead and do all you can to make it up to them. Drama. Are their lives full of drama? When they blame all others for the drama within their lives, drama with the family, drama at work, drama with friends, drama with exes, most likely these are the very people creating the drama and carrying it into all areas of their lives, and they will bring toxic drama into yours. There's always some form of drama and it's never ever their fault. Now, We have situations in life, we have problems in life, we have challenges in life, but most good people, not everything is drama. With narcissistic people, everything is drama. Those who never admit fault are not always those kinds of people that you want to be around. Some people do find it hard admitting fault. Without the other traits, if you can live with that for the rest of your life, then date them. It's your life. If they don't push the blame onto you or others, then they just don't admitting their faults. And that's fine. Some people don't like admitting their faults. Side note, they will not like you pointing their faults out either. So if those who don't like admitting their faults are not going to like people pointing them out towards them. Now, just because they don't like admitting faults, if they haven't got all the other traits, if they're not blame shifting onto everybody else, then that is just who they are. It doesn't make them a narcissistic person. But do look out for other signs and do keep yourself awake around them and do watch the patterns of their behaviour. When they seem too good to be true and everything is perfect, and not everything is ever perfect, yet they will make you feel like it is, and your instincts are just telling you that something's not right. You're not sure what it is, you cannot put your finger on it, yet something just isn't right. Always trust that instinct. Drugs, alcohol, gambling, or major addictions, if they cannot control themselves and are reliant upon drugs or alcohol, etc., you cannot help them. Raise your standards and walk away. They will only bring you down. You have to have superpowers in strength to be around these people. Now, again, there is people that have had hardships in life that have turned to alcohol, but they will be willing to try to solve the issue within themselves and willing to help themselves. Those people that are willing to help themselves, you can help them. You just need to be strong within yourself to do so. Those people who don't see a problem with the drugs they take, you need to walk away from those people. If they are constantly letting you down, rescheduling things and leaving you feeling disappointed, this is who they are, and you'll spend your entire relationship feeling let down and disappointed. If they're breaking agreements or arrangements with you or those around them, not showing up on time. Now, again, some people, they do just run late. It's who they are. They run late. Without other behaviours, it is who they are. It's not meant negatively or nastily. They just run late. It's their timekeeping. If you can accept that for who they are, knowing it's just what they do, then that's great. If someone constantly lets you down in other areas, that behaviour will continue and is going to frustrate you further in the relationship. So don't accept that relationship. You've got to do what's right for you. Building up your own self-esteem. After being around narcissistic people, our own self-esteem and self-love can take a massive hit, often from the constant negative words being planted in our minds from the narcissist. Those seeds of self-doubt that with added words from them, they help us grow them. Our confidence is slowly driven out and shattered. Building ourselves back up to shield us from further invasion of narcissistic people helps. Being confident and building up your own self-esteem will not solve all situations in life. It'll definitely help you move through them and walk away from those who serve you in negative ways. People who do have good self-esteem still have bad days and still have bad moments and still have things that go wrong. Most people don't like learning to be more confident after a narcissistic relationship, believing that they are turning into a narcissist by doing so. Often putting ourselves down to avoid becoming the type of person that put us down because we know how much it hurts. Being confident doesn't make you a narcissist. A narcissist is arrogant. They have an exaggerated sense of self and their own abilities. Confidence is a faith or a belief that if you try your best, the potential is there. You can learn and develop your own skill sets and abilities. You can be confident and you can be kind to others. Confidence isn't something that you just have. It's something you create. It's not to put others down. That would be arrogance. And what narcissistic people do. They put others down and are arrogant, self-serving people. Inner confidence is to raise yourself up and help raise those up around you. Narcissistic people will put others down for how they dress to make themselves feel better. Confident people dress how they feel, how they want to feel good, and compliment how other people dress. Confident people will find that compliment to pay to somebody else to make them feel good, to raise them up. Narcissistic people put down others' achievements and they exaggerate their own. Confident people help others to achieve, know they are not perfect themselves, and do their personal best to achieve their best. Arrogant narcissistic people believe they know it all. Confident people don't believe they know it all. They believe no matter what the situation, they'll be able to learn from mistakes to achieve the desired outcome with good intentions towards themselves and towards others. Creating your self-confidence and building your self-esteem is a must, so narcissistic people no longer take you down with them. Confidence helps you attract the right people and avoid the wrong people. If you doubt your own abilities, which most of us do after being around a narcissist, it limits our beliefs within ourselves. Confidence isn't going to come easy, yet if you work on it, you will achieve it. Believing in yourself, accepting and learning from mistakes, it helps you grow. Knowing that we all make mistakes and it's okay, just learn from them and go again, believing that so long as you keep going to get the desired outcome and focus on the outcome, you have the ability within you to find a way. Changing your inner thoughts so that when you're thinking you cannot do something, start telling yourself you can. Look for things you are good at and things that you have achieved. Dress to make yourself feel good. Walk tall, smile more, make eye contact, visualize your goals and outcomes. Switch the what could go wrong and focus on the what could go right. Be who you want to be. Good intentions, there is no wrong way and no right way, there is just your way. The more you create inner confidence, the more you believe in yourself and the easier it will become. When you are having doubts in your own abilities, look for a time in your past you made a choice to go and do something and you achieved it. Remember that you are capable and bring it into the present moment. Change one thing for you and it can change everything for you. Most of us are taught to love others. Few of us are taught to love ourselves. It's a must to love ourselves. When on that plane, you are taught to put the oxygen mask on yourself first. This isn't to be negative or selfish. This isn't to save yourself and leave others to it. This is so you're at your best possible version of you, so you can help give the best possible version of you to others. Once you create who you are, love who you are, taking care of yourself and your needs in positive ways, trusting your intuition, trusting that inner voice, what is it really telling you? And trusting the positive that it's telling you. You'll adapt yourself in ways you never knew were possible. Then you will see what is possible. You'll keep on growing, learning, and keep giving the best of you to those who deserve you. Wherever you are on the journey, you have got to keep working on yourself and bringing the best possible version of yourself out. And even when you are at the best possible version of yourself, you've got to keep going and do it again. Bad days hit, bad things happen. Life gets hard, life gets tough, but you just got to pick yourself up, learn from it and go again and keep achieving. You are special, you are worthy, you have got talent within you. You just find that talent, bring it out and show the rest of the world what you're capable of. Any red flags that you remember, please add them in the comments. Anything that you found that's helped you, please add them in the comments to help others, because as I say, we are all individuals. We all have different perceptions. So it's about finding what works for you. Thank you for listening. Bye.